Hi, and good morning. How are you? This is Nika Smith. I'm here live on Periscope this morning. So thank you for those of you who are logging on. I appreciate you. Again, thank you for following me on Periscope, making more of an effort to participate in Periscope and to just kind of talk to you, see what's going on with you, see how you're doing. But anyway, I wanted to just really quickly talk this morning about labeling. I watched a video just now, and it was talking about objectification, and it was a totally different topic, totally different subject that Terry Crews was talking about. So if you've seen that video, then you know what I'm talking about. But totally different, but it just really brought to mind the idea of labeling. And especially when we're in the workplace. One of the things I don't do, and I don't really practice or use in any of my training or teaching or writing, are topics that label people. And we've seen those, dealing with difficult people, trainings that they have these different words for crazy Carol or difficult Dina or difficult Dave or something like that. And so I think those are more about labeling people than putting people together and bringing people together as a team and creating cohesive units. And so because of that, I don't do it. And the reason I don't is because it's a label, and labeling really is just another way of helping objectify someone. So if I label you as crazy Carol, then I can treat you like a crazy person, whatever you consider crazy. And if I treat you that way, then I don't have to treat you like a human being. I treat you like an object. And then once I treat you like an object, I'm essentially objectifying you. And when we label people, that's what we do. We essentially set ourselves up to objectify people. And at work, we really don't want to do that. We really don't want to start having those types of relationships, and that's what happens though most of the time, and that's why we can have some really rude behaviors in the workplace, can be kind of insidious at times what we do. So really being careful about how you monitor. We're really monitoring your behavior. Hi Echo Mug, I'm glad that's true. Thanks for joining me today. But it's really, 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 really important to monitor your behavior and really monitor your thoughts before really your behavior, because all of that starts in the mind. It's all about mindset. And I'm really big on mindset this year. So you're going to hear a lot of that from me on a weekly basis. But again, just monitoring your thought patterns and process about how are you thinking about people? How are you labeling people? Because you have to remember someone could also be labeling you as well. And here's the other piece of that. Another talking point I wanted to say is that we have to, if we're going to get anywhere in life, if we're going to, go into a leadership position, if we're going to maybe even one day own our own positions, or just really, if we want to just be nice people, is to learn to accept people as they are and not the way we want them to be. Okay, learning to accept people as who they are and not who we want them to be, because it's really important that we feel accepted for who we are. It doesn't mean we got to agree on everything. It doesn't really mean that we have to hang out and be best friends. But once we begin to do that, we label people less and we objectify people less. And then we can actually work together and get something done on a regular basis. So that's all I wanted to bring up. And hey, Echo, how are you? It's Terry, Tyrese's husband. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you. But that's all I really wanted to bring up today, is to learn to accept people, as who they are and not who we want them to be, because people are who they are. Again, we don't have to be friends with them. We don't have to hang out with them. But if we're working together, we don't have to label them either, because they're different from us. And that's another thing I don't like to do either, is to do those, dealing with difficult people trainings, because I don't believe there are any difficult people. I think we're different people in different situations, because when we're in a conflict or in a disagreement with someone we like, they aren't difficult. It's just that we just can get it together. But if we're in a conflict with someone we don't like, then they're difficult. So I'll talk about that another day. And if you have any questions or thoughts or concerns, you can find me on LinkedIn at Nika C. Smith, or at AidevO People. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter. We have an Instagram now for Bliss at Work. But follow us. And then next week, if you go to aidevo.com, that's AIDEVO.com. Go to our website. We have a webinar next week, next Tuesday, about responding to criticism, whether it's constructive criticism or otherwise. So sign up for that. Please be there live. If you can't be there live, that's okay. We will offer you a replay and a lot of other materials there if you decide you can't come live. But if you come live, you'll get to see us free. But that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I really, 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 really appreciate you. And he said he needed this 4 months ago. I understand, child, but get it when you can. You're going to need it another time later, right? But thanks for tuning in, Terry. And tell Teresa I said hello. And I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful Wednesday. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.